Welcome! This is a blue smoky eye look I was thinking about all day, and I'm glad it turned out how I would like it to, how I wanted it to. And I think I wanted to show you another color from the Nikki palettes. I wanted to go in with the blue color and just make that the star of the show. I went heavy on the complexion, as you'll see, but you can keep it as light as you want. Take in steps, take out steps, whatever you need for your life. So if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Okay, here we go. Turquoise, blue eyes, ocean, sea on my lids. Using your favorite primer today, using Tom Ford's Illuminator in Fireless. My current go-to, because of my skin tone, is a little warmer because of the tan, you know. If you're doing this look for an all-night event or party and you want to put on a mattifying primer on your T-zone so the makeup here won't break up, that is also an option. My Hourglass Vanish foundation sticks in Golden Almond and Golden Amber. Blending with an E31 from the Elite 2 Morphe line. Just see how beautifully this foundation blends. Seamlessly, barely there, and the pigmentation is on. We're going high glam on the face, so contouring and highlight. Highlight from the Hourglass concealer in tan. I typically don't use sticks under my eyes, but this formula is so creamy and it gives such a skin-like finish that I've been loving it under my eyes lately. A fan. Taking the Hourglass Vanish in Chestnut for my contour. Elite 2 E7 for the contour shade. And just under the eye, I use my finger to pat because I don't want the brush to drag the cream, and it is a little thicker than a more liquid formula concealer, and I rather use my finger anyway with creamier formulas because I think it leaves a really lovely finish on the skin. I'll go in with a powder to contour my nose. I've been contouring with creams, but I just feel I'm not the best at it. So only using powders works out for me. And just one more final blend with the E31. We're gonna bake today. I don't have my beauty blender on me. It's in the bathroom. I'm being very lazy right now. I was like, I don't wanna wet it. Nah, nah, nah. So I'm taking a Luxie 522 small tapered blending brush, anyone will do, with the Laura Mercier loose powder. And I'm really gonna pack that in under my eye area. And I'm also going to take some under my cream contour to cut this line. Leaving it there for a little while, you know, let it sit. What this does is bulletproof your concealer, your makeup. This layer created between your skin and the powder cooks, and that's really going to make your makeup That's going to make your foundation last through thick and thin, sweat and tears. I'm going to use pomade on my eyebrows today, which I usually don't do. I resort to pencils, but since we're doing high glam, I really want my brows to pop against the really colorful eyes. So using an Anastasia, I think this is the 12, I'm not too sure. I'll double check and then write the correct number down below. This is the dip brow in medium. I think medium is too light, but we're gonna work with it. Same way I would with the pencil, drawing first the baseline. Whatever leftover pomade you have to create that gradient effect so the majority of the product won't end up on that part of your eyebrow. And then we'll bring it to the top. I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Sisley powder. This is in number 4. I'm gonna take the puff it comes with. It's a really cool flip top lid. This is a super expensive powder I'm ashamed to have. I'm not gonna talk about the price because yeah, we don't need to know that. It's fine. And we're the soft bake. To further enhance the contour shade, using a Luxie 512 with the new NARS Melina contour powder, which I've been loving. This new shade is everything for me. It's more brown than red, and it just leaves like this like a golden finish, and it's not so cool. So it's still on the warmer side, I guess, for most contour powders. It works well for me. In love with the shade. You don't need a ton. It's very pigmented, so go in with a light hand. Using a Morphe E30 just to contour my nose with the same shade. I go in very lightly with very soft strokes, and look at that, it's just so pigmented. I usually have to buff out some of the product because it's a lot. And the reason I do this, not so much to make my nose smaller, but just so this is considered a shadow point. And if you've already touched on the rest of the shadow points on your face and you leave your nose alone, I feel like it looks strange. So this is more for uniformity rather than making my nose smaller. And if you want to make your nose smaller, that is totally fine. Up to you. Just giving it a final blend with a tapered powder brush. Now for the eyes. We're doing a smoky blue situation, and I'm gonna keep this as simple as I can. When working with blues, it's smart to use a black base. So I'm gonna use the Morphe gel liner pot as my eyeshadow base, so it really makes the blue pop. And to apply, any synthetic brush will do. This is a Luxie 211. It's a small concealer brush. And I'm gonna just take some from the pot and to the back of my hand to warm it up a bit. And take that straight just to my lid. Smoothing out the edges of that paint pot. So when I apply the shadows, everything will blend a little better. This is a gel liner, so it's gonna set. I didn't have my kohl liner with me. That is also another option you can use to apply the black base with. Using Nikki Tutorials palette, I'm going in with the Mystic Hour shade, and any lay down brush will do. I'm going to use the Smith 256 if I could find it. I'm going to use the 253. It's a little smaller and it'll give me a little better control. Loading that brush up using my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, so that metallic finish will shine through. And I take that on the black. See what a difference that makes? Blues, purples, black base. And pat it in. If you feel you rather do this first before your complexion, please do. I always go over my complexion first because I'm such a creature of habits. But just so if you experience fallout, you can wipe it off and then go in after with your complexion. But I find carefully patting down lessens that risk of fallout. With the 205 Luxie, just any crease blending brush will do. I'm taking the Painkiller shade from the palettes just to set up my transition color and taking it to the top edge of the Mystic Hour blue. And I forgot to close the window. I'm like, why is it so noisy? I'm like, oh, because you left the window open, you dimwit. Now with a smaller blending brush, this is the Luxie 231. I go in with Makeup and Chill just to deepen the crease area. Outside edge, and then carefully start to brush it in. And then just one final blend with the bigger crease brush. If you have this situation where it gets a little messy, I go in with my loose powder just to correct it a little bit. Because sometimes if I go too crazy with the blending, the brush will catch the blue and then it'll start to spread the blue when we just want it to spread the transition color. So very lightly, just with the loose powder, brush that to clean. Now for the lower lash line, I'm using my little Makeup Forever sample pencil that came in with my reward set from Sephora, and this is in I-24. Such a beautiful turquoise color, and I love this formula. It's so smooth, it doesn't ball up, so there is no tug and pull with this pencil. Don't worry about it being messy because we're going to set it with the same Mystic Hour color. This time I'm taking the Morphe E36 as a small pencil brush. It's so soft, so really easy on the lower lash line. Dipping into the Mystic Hour color and going in on the pencil. And then I start to connect the top half. Another trick too, I could have left the bake on this entire time, so when I wipe away any fallout that happens, it won't smudge my makeup with blue, but I think we're doing okay. Without fail, I always get eyeshadow on my contacts. With a 231 small tapered blending, Makeup and Chill just to clean up my transition area and make it more of a V. This got a little messy. I could have been more detailed with my blending, but the brush caught some of the blue and that's why it kind of blew out more than what I would like. But I'm gonna leave it alone because we're gonna move on. We're going to move on. Bobbi Brown's Afternoon Glow with a Zoeva 129 fan for my highlights. Cheekbones, tip of the nose, Cupid's bow chin. And also I'm going to put some highlights on my brow bone. Just a flat shader brush. You could use a matte shade, but I'm just gonna go in with this one. Very light with the blush today. NARS' Liberation with a Morphe E4, both colors together, and just high on the cheekbones. Because the eyes are the star of the show, I'm just going to apply some falsies. These are Lady Galici lashes, and they're the New York ones. I'll be right back. Lashes are on, and it kind of saved this situation a little bit because they fan out. It's camouflaging my mistake. Taking Makeup's Forever Excessive Lash to the bottom lashes. And to the inner corner, I'm using Makeup Geek's and Kathleen Light's collab highlighter palette. Whoa. In the golden shade, just with my pinky, and taking that to the inner corner. To set the brows, Anastasia's Brow Gel. And I feel like I need a little more highlights, so I'm taking the same color from the Kathleen palette with my same Zoeva Fan brush. Golden shade just to the temple, so layering over the Bobbi Brown to give it more pop, because I can never use enough highlight, let's be honest. Setting with Makeup's Forever Mist and Fix. And for lips, I'm combining Huda Beauty's Liquid Lip Matte in Flirt and Smashbox's Always On Liquid Lipstick. And then with Huda, I'll take it to the corners. And that's the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to dip into the Nikki palette again because I said I wanted to try like another eye look with it. And I think this is such an easy way to add color without it being a tone little shadow. We only use the blue and then just the Makeup and Chill and some painkiller for the transition shade, and that was it. It's really about the blue and the lashes that make this eye look. And keep the complexion as light or as heavy as you want. I like to go high glam when working with very colorful eye looks. You can keep it just bronzer or just blush, whatever you like. And yeah, any other colors you want to see on my eyes, purples, reds, whatever, I got them all, let me tell you. Thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Hugs and kisses to you all, and I'll see you on the next one.